What's happening, folks? I'm here today to share with you the fact that the long-awaited wait, does that make any sense? You know what? Doesn't matter if it doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm going with. The long-awaited wait for Hazbin Hotel's full release is over. All 8 episodes are currently streaming on Amazon Prime, and you can watch it right now. Now, if you're someone who does not know what Hazbin Hotel is, let me enlighten you a little bit. A few years ago, a woman named Vivian Madrano released an animation on YouTube called Hazbin Hotel. It followed the story of Charlie Morningstar, the daughter of the devil himself, King of Hell, Lucifer Morningstar, and the Queen of Hell, Lilith from the Bible. I don't really know if she has a last name, so I'm just going to refer to her as Lilith from the Bible. She is their daughter, and she decides to create a hotel to reform the sinners of hell so that they can ascend and become angels in heaven. And the reason she wants to do this is because once a year, angels come down in an extermination squad and kill a bunch of sinners and demons in hell because their population is getting out of control, so they want to cull them. And this premise from this episode 0, because it's still canonical in the full release of the show on Amazon Prime, is what the show is about. Charlie's trying to reform sinners to save them from being obliterated from existence. And I think that's pretty cool. I like that as a solid intro premise. All the characters have very striking and unique designs because they're demons in hell, so like the confines of reality don't exactly apply to them, so they don't need to look human. Some of them look more monstrous than others, some of them look very human, but they all have very striking and unique designs. Even some of the side characters that are in the background that you wouldn't really expect to look at look pretty cool as well, and I absolutely love that. So, going more into the by of the whole series, I thought the first 3 episodes of the series were solid, but they weren't as great. But then episode 4 is where it really picks up its momentum, and 4 through 8 just kill it with everything. Those last 5 episodes are great. I think 4, 5, and 6 are probably my favorite episodes of the entire season, in my personal opinion, that have the best songs, which I don't think I've mentioned that. Hazbin Hotel is not just an adult animation, it's also a musical heavily inspired by showtune music. And you can get that from the vibes from seeing the characters, from like the animation and stuff like that, as well as listening to the songs themselves. So every single episode of the show has about 2 songs in it, averaging out to 16 songs for the entire season, and all of them are bangers. I love every single song in the series. Some are better than others, obviously, but I love every single song that's in the entire show. It just really lands for me. And it's also a comedy. It's a darker comedy because the show is very perverse, crude, bloody, but you know, I like that kind of stuff. You know, it's just what I like. Hell, I'm wearing a damn JoJo's shirt. All right, they kill a dog in this show just because, twice. So you know, I clearly like messed up things. But regardless of that, I really enjoyed Hazbin Hotel. I think those first 3 episodes, as I was originally saying, aren't as strong as the final 5, but I think that's mainly just because they were setting up elements for the show to really execute things. Like they're establishing the premise and the characters in the first couple of episodes, and then once they get to episode 4, once everything is laid out and you've got the groundwork and everything built, they can really start tackling things. I even think the musical quality improves from episode 4 onward, because I don't really remember the first 6 songs from the first 3 episodes. Well, that's not true. I remember the second song that was in episode 1, Hell is Forever. Love that song, listen to it a lot, it's a banger. But the other 5 songs, I don't remember them nearly as well or listen to them as much as I do the songs from episodes 4 through 8. That's just my personal opinion. You know, you can disagree with me on that, but it's just how I felt about it. I just felt the show really kicked into overdrive from episode 4 onward. It got funnier, it got more heartfelt and more impactful. There were a lot more reveals and crazy twists that happened with the story, and I think it was just really engaging, which is why I thought it was very smart that Amazon released the first 4 episodes the first week it came out, because you know, you get through those first 3 setup episodes and then you'd see episode 4, which is when the show really picks up to hook people in. And you know, the show, each episode is only like 24 plus minutes, so like that's less than 2 hours of content for you to watch, like just a little under 2 hours of content to watch, so it's easily digestible for you to watch, especially since they release other things like The Boys, and they'll release like 3 or 4 episodes at a time in like the first week, and that's like 3 plus hours. So you know, 3 episode rule is like very fudgy when you get into like shows that are hour long, and then you compare them to shows that are like 20 minutes long in episodes. So you know, that's how I feel about it. But drifted off topic a bit. Point is, Hazbin Hotel was a fantastic show. I really loved it, and I will also take a quick moment to recommend Vivian's other show that's in the same universe as Hazbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss. It's also a musical as well, but it's more action-oriented because it deals with a group of demons that are assassins that operate both in hell and on Earth. So I like that show. I actually like that show more than Hazbin Hotel, but that's just my personal preference. I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably like Hazbin Hotel more than like Hell of a Boss, but they're both great shows, and I recommend both of them. Hell of a Boss isn't platformed on anything specific. It's not like a part of a streaming service, so that's just on YouTube. And Hazbin Hotel, all of it except for the first episode 0 pilot episode, is all on Amazon Prime. So go and watch that first episode on YouTube. I highly recommend it. It is still very much a part of the rest of Hazbin Hotel, and they even bring up some stuff that happens in that episode in the rest of the series. It isn't necessary, but if you end up liking the show, I would recommend checking that out as well. So that's all I really have to say about Hazbin Hotel. Show's great. I really loved it. I am very much looking forward to season 2. I'm not sure if it's been officially picked up yet. So if it has, sweet. If it hasn't, please do. I really want to see more of this series and this universe. I very much like it. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about Hazbin Hotel. So if you've seen it, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you haven't seen it, you can tell me why you haven't seen it. If you just don't care about it, or you saw something that made you not like it, whatever it may be, I'm curious. I've got my social links in the description down below, as well as the person that made my thumbnail's links. So all that being said, I'm the Innocent Villain. Remember, folks, you're innocent to proven villainous, and I'll catch you in the next devilish video. Peace.